Is this really a thing?
Yeah. What really a thing?
Water to air.
Yeah. We're gonna find out. I mean, it helps when it's hot, so yeah. All right.
Hey, it works. If it works, it ain't stupid.
I'm trying to rebut that, but I can't. I mean, I guess that's true.
In some ways. There's some stuff here I got still stupid.
Yeah, like it works, but fuck, that's stupid.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, dude. I forgot my fucking phone mount. Hold on, I plug in my laptop real quick. Preparing for this tune here. All right. Every fucking time I go to plug in my laptop, the passenger door is fucking locked on the car on the dyno, and I gotta go back and unlock it and go back again. You think after a couple thousand cars I learned my fucking lesson and make sure I unlock the door before I go over there. I have in the past remembered, but I'm still rocking probably a 95% forget rate. I guess that's part of getting old, huh? What's up, James? So today, I have Igor's car here. That's Igor. Igor is customer / friend. He helps me with all my projects, and I return the favor and do the same. He spent many hours wrenching with me on my RS. He helped put the 6-cylinder in it that I'm taking out, and he helped out with the Corvette, and we're gonna do some more work on it this weekend on the Corvette as well. Fix the bad lifter, check the torque tube, figure out if we fucked it up because it's making so much damn noise, figure out the problems with that. So we're gonna work on that at the end of this weekend. Wife's going to Vegas, so I'll have plenty of opportunities to be lonely. Just kidding. And work on cars and stuff. So plenty of opportunities to get drunk, I think is what's really gonna happen. All right, where the hell is my cable? So Igor's car is a 2.3 liter, 2.34. It's got an IAG closed deck block with their fire locks and all that stuff. I didn't even get to that screen. Oh, interesting. So it's got the fire locks and the 14 mil head studs. It's got a 6466, which is not my favorite turbo, but they tend to make power pretty well. I never know how much I'm supposed to expect out of a 6466 because manufacturers' claims are usually bullshit, you know? So, you know, they claim one thing and the turbo makes another, who knows? So, especially now with the great age of excessive power claims from everything, you never know. Turn the fans on. What? Fix a clamp?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that before the dyno day. So anyways, I don't usually set goals for myself when I come to tuning because cars make what the fuck they make usually. And that's not often something I do, but it's gonna be hot. It's getting pretty warm already. So I need to make this efficient as possible and try and keep everything from getting too freaking heat soaked as the weather goes up. So we rigged up, Igor rigged up a beautiful air water intercooler system on it. And by that I mean it just sprays some water on its intercooler. It's pretty cute. In front of the fan, put a little. So if we find IATs or climbing through the roof, we can activate the cooling system and make it happen. So today though, I want to make some power. I'm not gonna lie. I have some fears associated with this today. I haven't pushed a car with these cams in it yet. This has got my cams in it. I failed to say that earlier. And a mild porting job on it. So the heads aren't ported to the moon. It's my cam. And I don't know if the head ports and the cam combined is gonna be enough to hit these horsepower goals or not. I don't know. One of the reasons is because the porting is not very aggressive at all. The other is the cam. I left the lift a little on the lowish side for a cam this size. I went with 10.8 instead of something like 11.5 lift. And I did that so that we could have like, all of the AVCS adjustment that we possibly want. I can run these fuckers all the way till the AVCS stops working and I don't have to worry about them banging into stuff. But what I did do is do a very aggressive ramp rate and hold the valve open for a long time. So while the peak lift is really only 10.8, it spends more time up in the high 10s than a cam that's even larger than this. So the ramp rate's really aggressive, and I was able to utilize that aggressive ramp rate because of my oiling system that I have on these cams. They oil the lobe directly. So every time the cam rotates, a fresh layer of oil is laid down right on the bucket. And that gives us lubrication that these super engines don't usually get on the bucket. So with that, I was able to utilize a very aggressive ramp rate on the intakes and hold the valve open longer at the high 10s. And so my hope is that it fucking works. I mean, that's just, you know, what every guy's hope is, right? So far though, they've done really well. You know, the G30 660 made 518 wheel on 18 PSI on a 2.3 liter with my cams. And that was factory ports, but it was JDM big ports. This is USDM hand ports, so we'll see. We're gonna see. So the first step is get the car loaded up. That's now loaded up and tied down. And now I gotta put his license plate number in here. What was your old one? Oh no, I didn't show you license plate, but who cares if I do? Big fucking, I'm gonna show it right now. Fuck you, Igor. There's his license plate. What are you gonna do with it? Every motherfucker on the road behind him sees it. All right. Let's see, his old, oh no, it was done by your VIN number before, right? Because, yeah, and that was, let me tell about your VIN number too. I don't see it. Was it this one? Nope. That one? Nope. Which one was it? Nope. We just had it on the dyno a few days ago. I don't remember what I put your fucking plate number in here as.
You want me to close?
What?
Do you want to close?
No.
No?
Like it was, it's fine. Well, shit, I don't know what I put it under. So I have to search for his name. Delete that. Customer. Cancel. Let's go this graph. Erase, that's the last guy. Choose runs. Delete that. Hit customer, Igor. Tab. Oh. Oh, that's way different. Okay. It's not at all what I thought it was. Yeah, I don't know what it stands for. What the hell was that number? No, that's what it was for last time too. I just didn't look into it much. That's not your VIN. Not even close. Fuck, I know. I don't know. All right. So let's see. All right. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm setting the dyno up for Igor's stuff. I'm not gonna put power up first because I don't want that. I want AFR. I want boost. I rarely ever tune with horsepower showing because that's not the key. Like I say, you know, that the cars make what they make. So the initial parameters I need to make sure are correct are boost and AFR and timing, but obviously this is going to graph timing. And then once I ensure all that stuff is good and safe, then I'll do some pulls and I'll bring up the power curve to look at it and see what shape I have and see if I see any obvious deficiencies or a shape that doesn't make sense. And I go, oh wow, that's fucking weird looking. It must want some cam timing here or there, fucking everywhere. So the question is, how am I gonna do this? Well, the pump gas tune was mostly done. Excuse me a second. You said the startup thing with being a little funny for a few seconds at the startup. Was that only with the ethanol or was that pump gas too?
Everything, pump gas too. As soon as the drives pumps down, it's fine.
So it's only pumps at 100%?
Pump it's
okay.
At 100%, it's just 2 week down.
I'll look at the post start and see if I get. Sure.
I took it to alignment. The poor guy could not drive it in. Like,
Well, your clutch is a little hard.
Not just clutch. He just like starts it up and tries to drive it. But
Oh, right.
I'm like, dude, give it 20 seconds and then he drove it right in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll still fuck with it anyways. I'll just post a little bit in that region. I'll change the fast decay and make it faster, so that it doesn't stay so rich so long. Okay.
Keep it together.
Well, I don't know about that. I can't guarantee keep it together if I'm going for these kind of power numbers.
Just give it a little gas.
I need to evaluate the starting behavior of the car so that I can make the appropriate tuning changes. That's the first time it died on me though. I don't want to ignore it. I want to be right. Let me see what the AFR is right now at the tailpipe. Lean. It's a little lean, according to that. So we're smidge lean and post start right there. Yeah, that's weird. That doesn't seem right. So we're at 77% ethanol right now.
Put that Mississippi filter, oil filter down.
Which one?
Mississippi.
They have an oil filter?
Yeah. The Lancer Evo.
Oh, the long one.
Yeah. Well, it's not the long. It's the OEM style, so it's fatter and shorter.
Oh, okay, weird.
So OEM ones are fatter and shorter, but most of the market ones are skinnier and longer.
Well, there's two that came on the Evos. You can get a tall, skinny one or a shorter, fat one.
Well, I got the shorter fat one.
Gotcha, yeah. So I bought a bunch of the tall, skinny ones for my car.
And I went to Napa, and they have like a Wix Gold whatever crap, so I just put that in. It's fine.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna watch that post start again. Let me kill that. Watch the post start one time. Let it sit for a second. Obviously, it's not going to be totally representative of how it starts up as sitting, but this will give me a little bit of idea. Oh, it was really rich there. It topped at 11s. So it's really rich right there. Okay. So the initial is really rich, and then it leads a little bit. So I got to adjust the decays on that. Okay. Cool. All right, plug in my laptop. You gonna sit in this sweatbox with me? A little while. I don't turn the AC on in the cars I'm tuning, so when it's hot outside, it's hot inside, and even hotter inside because I still run the fan, right? I'm still running the fan, but
tune it on.
The air comes from the cowl, right? And the cowl pulls heat off of the engine. You're not going down the highway. So, all right, plug in my laptop, plug in this access port, see what the fuck we can do. So the first thing I gotta do is turn the boost down on his pump gas map because he changed the wastegate spring on it a couple days ago, and that made the wastegate, made the boost a little high on pump. So we're gonna zero the wastegate duty cycle out on his pump map, and then I am going to look at the timing curve that I have on his high ethanol, pull a bunch of degrees out of it, and then just fucking give it all the boost I can. Because that sounds like fun, right? All the boost. Am I gonna succeed or am I gonna fail spectacularly on camera? It'd be cool either way, right? Like if I fail spectacularly on camera, it'll probably get more views. Right? And views is what it's all about. And I don't mean your car, I mean me fail. Although if your car fails on camera, that's gonna be pretty sweet too. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. What are you doing back there, dude? Fixing a seat. Jesus Christ. You're fucking up my chi, man.
Within 40 years, no one ever sat in the back.
No one's ever sat in the back of your car? That's lonely. Okay, so first step, let's see here. We're gonna go to the wastegate duty cycle for pump, and we're gonna zero this bitch out like that. And we'll do here, zero it out. Look at that big old block of 90 right there. When you have a turbo that big and that laggy, you just do everything you can to try and get some fucking boost in it. But
You
technically.
use some duty cycle to help the spool.
It's at 90, yeah.
90?
Yeah. As much as you can give it, really. Alright, let's go to table B. And see what we got on here right now. I got a big ramp at the end there. I got this thing asked for 93. What were we doing before? Oh, because we were having a hard time hitting boost. That's right. I don't think I need that this time. Let's bring that down. Let's bring that down to 55 and see what it gives us the first time. Let's bring this guy down to 55. See what that gives us the first time. We're gonna fucking pull a 55 pounds of boost. Why not? I mean, 55% duty cycle. Boost target. Boost target right now only 24. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Why not? We'll do one soft one. Limit is 38. We'll keep that for now and do a soft one. Intake cam. See, I got a lot of timing in the intake cam right here, but I can get away with that. And I know I've showed people before. Intake cam timing is a lot about valve events, and you gotta time those valve events correctly to get the results that you want. I mean, that makes sense, right? And some of it is just basic fundamentals of what is the pressure in the intake manifold versus the exhaust manifold. And that's one of the biggest things is intake versus exhaust. What am I going to do? Hot restart. Here we go. Initial. Okay, so that's a little low. I'm gonna. Oh no, it was really rich, wasn't it? Man, that's pretty fucking low though. Pull some of that. Right. Well, that didn't work. There we go. Right there. How's the decay on it? Initial start. Alright, I'll keep fucking with that. That might be too much right there. Let's lower this guy. Bring it down to about, god damn it, 0.176. There we go. Five, just adjusting the post start on it. See if we can get it from being too rich. Bringing it down a little bit. Alright, and what kind of timing do we have on this thing from the last tune? Quite a bit, because we were in the 20s, so I'm going to pull a bunch out here. And it's just going to be a sweeping change here across the board. I'm going to pull it down a bunch. We're on ethanol, but we're pulling it down a bunch initially, because I want it to be safe as I pound a bunch of boost into it. Okay, pulling lots of timing out of the old tune. Old tune was at the 58? 58? Is that what it was? Yeah. 58, 62? Okay. So I'll pull a lot of timing out. Let's see, at peak, I got 5 here. Peak boost is really going to be up here, so 6 and change plus the dynamic. I don't know what I have this one set to dynamically. 6 at 4, and then if boost spikes, it pulls some out. Okay. So 12. That's a little high for 40 pounds of boost, so I'm going to pull that down a bit. Pull it down and just get ready. Oopsie, I want this column. Alright, no timing. There we go. Nice and safe. We're going to save it. And we're going to flash it. And then we're going to do a pull. This is a 2.3, so a long rod 2 liter with a 75 mil stroke. The bore stroke ratio being what it is, I would say in some ways it is worse and in some ways it is better. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. But being that it's a bigger stroke than a bore, you often need a lot of timing on something with a big stroke and a short bore, because you have to add, or you have to give the fuel enough time to burn across the cylinder. If I have this circle, and it's a big circle, and I have this little kernel here, you need a lot of time to get the fuel to start to inflame the majority of the burn. And since the bore is really big, when the piston goes through TDC, as it pulls down, you add a lot of volume per degree of movement. And so what that does is that it increases the total volume of the area you're trying to burn the air and fuel in. And so you typically have to start the burn earlier. On a smaller bore with a longer stroke, as the stroke comes down, you don't add as much volume, you know, to that combustion chamber area. And so, and also they typically have smaller combustion chambers in the first place, a smaller initial volume, whereas the big bores have a bigger initial volume. So you don't have to give them near as much timing. And if you compare cars that have different geometries, some of them are pretty freaking amazing, like a BMW, like an N54 or B58. Their timing is going to be low single digits, close to 0 even at peak boost if it's at a low enough RPM. And then reflex successful, thank you. Where something like this, on normal boost levels, you're going to be in the teens, right? That's a significant amount of timing difference between. Roll and replace, yes I do. Okay, between two engines, and it's all about timing that fuel burn and the expansion rate as you're adding volume to the chamber. That was a little better. I mean, that says 10-1 in the tailpipe, so it's still rich, but it actually read that time and didn't misfire. So I'll keep adjusting that. Post-start stuff. I'm just looking at the door being open. It steals air from the car. The back door that he's got open back there for the video. All right, let's see what we got going on. All right, so I anticipate that this first pull, the boost is going to oscillate. That's what I think is going to happen. It's going to come up and it's going to oscillate. First, I have to calibrate the dyno for 60 miles an hour, though. Wait, where's my keyboard? Where'd the keyboard go? Oh, it dropped on the floor. There it is. So first, we're going to set the dyno for 60 miles per hour. Set the tach. That's not 60. Oh, I'm on the graph screen. That was on the speed screen. Oops. Oopsie. Speed 60. Here we go. On the computer. 3700. Enter. Here, hold this. You watch the dyno or the fucking something. I got out of it early. Should have misfired a little bit there. 434, 11.8 AFR. Alright. We had a misfire there, buddy.
It's not good.
No.
Which one?
And I don't know why. AFR looks fucking wondrous. And everything here looks good too. I mean, I might have not enough timing on it. That's a possibility. I did pull a lot of timing out of it. No. I mean, it should run at 8 degrees. And then 13.5 by 6,000. That's a little low on timing. What coils are in this?
Stock.
And what plugs are in it?
It's one step older NGK.
What's the full NGKs? The LFR 7 AIXs. Alright, well, I'm going to bring up a reference monitor and we'll see if it's one specific cylinder. It could be a cracked one. Could be a cracked plug or something. That'll cause that. Let's see. Copy the along. Let's turn off a bunch of stuff I'm not going to need. Don't need those. Don't need that right now. Don't need that. Don't need that. We'll keep that so I can see if the battery's dropping. Double check my log, see if the hand timing was right. Which was. It's getting hot here already, huh, Igor? Double check on the load limit set anywhere. Limiters. Load limit. Oh, a secondary one though. I don't think I can adjust that one, can I? Nope, I think so. Alright, let's do another one and see what's going on. Common spark plug to crack and install, actually. So first check the coil pack wire and make sure it's not loose on the back. But yeah, 4 dropped out completely when we got in the boost. Let's see. I should add some timing to it anyways. 7 is not enough. Maybe I should have changed that to 3 clean poles. Yeah, it just totally drops equally roughness from cylinder 4. Alright, you see on the camera where am I at? It's good, then the boost hits, and bleh, dumps the cylinder. And that's only at 22 pounds, it dumps it out. It just stops firing completely. So the way it's popping and making that snapping sound, typically that's a cracked spark plug. That's super common. And to the cylinder 4, that's...
Alright, Keeler, now let's look at your...
Okay. And since cylinder 4, that's the one that's frequently cracked when the spark plug wrench comes out of the... let me save this. Okay, and then kill it here. It's the one that typically cracks if you have your socket on the end of the extension. You get the plug in and you go to pull them out. If you don't disconnect them separately, then often the tip of the wrench, the socket, will clip the tip of the plug and then bend it just enough to cause a crack. That's extremely common. And so typically a cracked plug will give you that snappy misfire, where a coil pack will just give you a dead cylinder. But this has that snap and pop, which usually means a cracked spark plug. So my guess is it's a cracked spark plug. I think that's probably discernible by the things that I've said so far. So we'll find out. In the meantime, I'm gonna add some timing to it because it is way too low. It's way too low for 20-something pounds. So. Air fuel is fucking beautiful though. I don't know if you guys saw how flat that AFR curve was. It was really good. And boost. Pretty good. Because even considering there's a misfire, pretty damn good. Let's see what we got. Coil pack, bet it's the gap. Gotta get that IG1S coils. Crack mine pulling it out. IGN-1 coils quality. Yeah, so the IGN-1A coils are very strong. They have almost twice the spark energy, I think, of these coils. Or maybe it's over twice the spark energy of these coils. But they have twice the spark energy of fucking any coil on the market, 3 times or 4 times more than a lot of other ones. But they're really finicky about wiring. You got to have like the grounds done exactly the right way, the signal ground, the head ground, the power ground, all that stuff's got to be done. It can definitely be a bit of a challenge if you don't get it done right. I don't think it's the gap. Subi guy that loves to drive. We're not anywhere near the power level where the gap would be an issue, and we have it set at 28, which is usually more than enough. It's rare that you really have to close the gap on these plugs. Typically, if someone is closing the gap on these, it's because their coil pack is getting old. I've run 800 wheel on factory gap, 28 thou gap. The coils are fresh and battery voltage is good, then yeah, that also helps Anton. Anton said that the IGN-1A coils wouldn't be bolted to the engine, and that's very true. A lot of people don't realize the factory coils are really fucking good. The problem is, like any coil, they're susceptible to damage from heat, and they're bolted to an engine in a hot engine bay, and you know that really adds to the decay of the coil pack. One step or one heat range colder, yeah, I don't. It's rare that I have the gap plugs, honestly, on Subarus. So I know a lot of guys are like, oh, I had to gap down 22. Well, they probably had a degrading coil pack or battery voltage. I'll check that too. Actually, let's check down that whole block. So often when you get these big pumps in here and big injectors and everything, you suck down battery voltage significantly. And when you draw down battery voltage, everything operates less than ideally, right? That's not the ideal conditions for them. That, you know, 14 volts gets you the brightest spark energy. 14 volts gets you the most fuel pressure. 14 volts gets you the crispiest and quickest responding injectors. So let's see if battery voltage drops to during the pull. It only drops to 13.7. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. 13.7. Did you pull the plug out?
No, so there's a problem with number 4.
With what?
There's an issue. So it would not clip in, right? It would not stay clipped in.
Uh-huh.
I put it, yeah, super glue.
So you super glued the coil pack to the plug?
So I'll fix it. Hold on.
Is it coming off?
He said we don't have
Don't have any what?
of the connections.
We don't have any connectors? We usually have a bunch of them.
What's up?
Who said we don't?
Tanner.
We usually have like 5 or 6 in stock. I'll look. I will go look. Okay. I say we, but I don't fucking work here. Did we use them all, Tanner? We had like a bunch in the drawer over there.
I had to look for them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's usually a bunch over here. And where did the electrical box go? Where'd the one that used to be here with all electrical stuff in it? What's this? That's maths. Math plug, TPS plug, injector plug. Math plugs. Here we go. That's the bin. Right here. Right here. And it's the back one too. Black to the back, so that's perfect. Yeah. If his has this style. I don't know if he has the new style or the old style. That's the old style. Yeah, see which one he's got. I don't think they went to the new style till like 15, so he should be good. Okay. Yeah, there's like 4 more left in here, Tanner, just so you know. Right here. 4 more in the guys. see, broken clip. Do that Destiny retune. Unless your stock dwell is below 3 milliseconds, not sure. Ask Dom.
Couple minutes, buddy.
No problem.
Sorry.
Yeah, I believe they pick up power going to stock heat range, absolutely. On 85, yep, for sure. That's one thing that I do actually is try and run stock heat range on ethanol. Cars that run primarily ethanol. The problem is when you're running flex and you get cars that run a lot of pump gas too, with big power, then I try and stay one step colder just because of the big power pump gas aspect of it. But definitely stock heat range on high ethanol is a-okay. The extra mass in the cylinder from the ethanol pulls a lot of heat out of the plug to begin with, and the ethanol has a lower RVP and takes more energy to vaporize than the gasoline. So having that extra heat in there that the factory range plug retains helps to increase the vaporization of the ethanol in the cylinder, and that always helps to provide a more uniform burn in the cylinder. Also, if you add a little extra heat to it with like a hotter thermostat on ethanol, that helps a lot too. If it's too cool, then it's horsepower output. Phone's overheating again. So we'll see. We'll see if it's coil pack or not. I think it's the plug. I think you should take the plug out, but he wants to just do the coil pack. We'll see. So yeah, you definitely can pick up some power with stock heat range plugs on high concentrations of ethanol. And if he wants that, I pull that plug out anyways to look at it. If this plug doesn't fix it, and by plug I mean connector. Ooh, my box. Is this me? Oh yeah. Shit yeah. Well, my replacement lifter for the vet showed up, and looks like some of this stuff showed up too. Oh, my head gaskets from a vet showed up, or head gasket, I should say. Sweet, that fits my car. Oh, motherfuck. I put my key on the dyno table. I'm like, oh, the hands-free fucking trunk thing is gonna be sweet right now. My hands are full. I can't even hit the trunk button. Keys over there.
I think these are my ejectors.
Is that what you think? Let's find out. Use my knife.
A knife?
My kniffy. Woo! Injectors?
Injectors.
Six injectors?
Six injectors.
I am fucking excited for that. 6 13 hundos for his RB. Should be a good time. He got a G35 1050 custom manifold. 6 13 hundos. Is it cracked or anything? Oh, no, it's not. I was wrong. It's not cracked. It's good. Plug looks good though. Looks like it was doing good on pump gas, that's for sure. I'm sure that light helps the fucking image a ton, right? What's that? Is that a hairline crack? Nope. That's literally just a hair. Alright, looks good. That's good news. Alright, let's get my fucking shit here. Yeah, it looks good. I don't see any cracks in it, do you? What if they're real NGKs? That's been a problem. I don't know if people realize that. There's been a big problem with counterfeit NGK plugs on Amazon and things like that. And guys not getting the performance out of them that they should. So, I don't know if we gave him those plugs or if he got them himself or what. I should ask him that once I get back to the dining room. I got a box. Check this out. It's a bunch of cooling mods. Got to go out and mail those. I got some cam seal tool that's going out today. After this tune, I'll drive to the post office and drop all these off. It's like 200 cooling mods there. Ask about those plugs. See where you got them. Igor, did you get those plugs, or Tier 1 did you get those plugs?
I got plugs.
Where'd you get plugs from? O'Reilly's? Okay. So that reduces the chance of them being counterfeit. Well, the airflow is not very high today in the dyno cell. But bus voltage is a little low. Boy, I wish my phone would zoom out. 4.3 milliseconds. Yeah, so most Subarus are going to be like 2.6 to 2.8 or so milliseconds of dwell on the top end. They're not going to be very high dwell-wise. But there's always the option, you know, to add more. But the coil packs don't tend to need it. What's going on here? Oh, timing. I got a timing group.
I didn't even know I ordered them, but we got C6 breakpoints in. I was like, man, I must have ordered these when they know it. They're for a C6, and it must be for me.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I am very excited for my new Roman breakpoint.
Yeah, yeah. Sleep with one eye open. Let's see. Trying to steal my fucking shit? I can sleep with your eyes open. Alright. Calculated load. That cleared 4. Let's see. What I want to find right now is I want to get the timing better suited for 20-something pounds of boost, because right now it's got like 40 psi timing at 20-something pounds. That's going to result in a huge loss in power. And I don't want that. I want that power to be there and available at all the boost levels. So I'm going to go through the log right now and see at what RPM and boost level and then what calculated load. And from there, I will adjust my timing map to suit. So right now, we'll say 5,000 RPM. Boost is 23 pounds. And calculated load is 3.6. Shortly after that, at 55, calculated load is a 4.12 because the boost is 27, 28 pounds. So I need to expand the timing map quite a bit, the dynamic map and the primary map, because as you saw with the primary map, over 4, it's pulling a lot of timing to help mitigate boost spikes, the effect boost spikes have on timing, is what I really should say. So, like that. So right now I'm expanding the timing map. First, that by itself will add timing to the lower load areas. If you just take the load across top, you make that right one bigger and you blend it in linearly to some cell back there, you're technically advancing the timing, because what used to be 3 load on the far right is now 3 cells over or whatever, so an advanced timing. So that alone is going to add a degree and a half to the timing for the same load that we're at, which isn't enough. So now I got to go to the dynamic map and raise the dynamic advanced loads as well. Like that. So this will facilitate getting the timing that I want. So now I've added 1, 2, 4 degrees of timing in that area, and that's about right. That's about exactly what I wanted it to be at that higher boost, because it was 7 or so, 7 to 9, and I wanted it to be closer to 11 to 13 in that range, at least for this stage of the tune. So that worked out perfectly. Save that. I'm gonna check the dwell on this one, see where the dwell's on this car. 2.5 at 8,000, 2.8 at 6,000. So it's a little higher than stock dwell. It looks like it's probably about a tenth over stock dwell. Yep, almost exactly a tenth over stock dwell. Like I say, you don't want to get too crazy on dwell in these cars with the factory coil packs. But I am going to add another tenth to it anyways. Okay, map is saved. Now you wait for him to get out in front of the hood, the flash. I don't want him hitting a battery or unplugging sensors or anything during a flash, and minimize any chance of flash failure possible. And then we'll flash this bitch and see if it holds. Damn it. Just some here. Both hands for this. See what the horsepower curve look like before I let out of it. Oops. As you can imagine, power is dying off really hard when the misfire occurred. As you can see here. So here's boost coming in, or power coming in, and misfire started happening here, blah, 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 and power diving off. On pump gas, this thing was doing pretty good. Let me show you what I did on pump gas last week or the week before, whatever it was. Yeah, just over a week ago. Oh shit, almost 2 weeks ago, okay. Let's see, let's look at this one. So on pump gas, without any misfires.
Want lunch?
Yeah, I'll take some lunch.
Want this thing? That's what we're all doing.
Sure, why not? Let me get rid of these. Let me show you guys what I did on pump gas. So I did 460 and it's climbing, but so is boost. See, boost is climbing too. And timing was extremely conservative through that region. But that was just a little pump gas. That was the break-in map. That's only the 7K, not even full 7K. I'm gonna hit 9 today. I'm gonna plan on hitting 9. We'll see how the power curve is shaped. If the power curve's diving off my 9, then there's no point in going that high. If the power curve is still climbing, then we're gonna keep going until it stops climbing. But I mean, as is right now, if the boost is here at 55-ish, in the case of this pump, ethanol always comes in earlier. So even if I have a 5,000 to 8,000 RPM power band, that's a significant power band, and that's definitely inside his shifting window where it's going to be. And if it's 5,000, 9,000, then fuck, you can't complain about that. You can mess up a shift too soon or too late, and still be in the power band. So hopefully everything works out. Let's get rid of that. Okay. It's only the world watching. All 20 people of the world are watching right now. Yeah, number 4 sucks. Although 3 sucks also.
I don't know if it's works. Take that off.
Think that worm drive is gonna hold?
So
40 pounds of boost.
See?
Does this not have any straps connecting it anywhere? It doesn't, does it? It relies on the pipes to do, or the clamps to do all the work. So that's one thing that I do differently when I design an intercooler kit, is the pipes will be strapped to areas on the engine. Because I want the coupler's only job to be to seal. I don't want its job to be to hold the pipes together as well. So naturally, as the pressure expands in this pipe, or pressure increases in this pipe, there's an expansion force that's gonna make these want to separate from each other. This is gonna go that way, it's gonna go that way, right? And the hose clamp and this coupler's job now is to hold them together as well as seal. And that's not really what they're designed to do. So in all the intercooler kits that we do custom, I strap the pipes down. So the pipes are retained by a hard strap to the intake manifold or the block or whatever, and then the coupler's only job is to seal, not hold everything together, because that's how you get pipes blown off. You know, if its only job is to seal, you won't have pipes blow off. If it's got to hold it together as well as sealed, it's gonna blow off. This one inside that hump far enough? Okay, I feel it. Just making sure. Push that pipe in more.
It's fine. It's good.
Push it together more.
What?
We'll go together more?
It's pretty much touch now on one side, and then must shake.
Yeah, ETS kits aren't great. I don't like ETS pipe fitment. It's usually trash. We've had a lot of kits we've had to send them back. Hey man, we need this pipe redone.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
So, see if we...
All right, let's do this. ETS stuff used to be like spot on, but they've gotten so big, I think that the quality control has suffered from it. Okay, I'm gonna flash this map now. I mean, that's what happens to every shop, right? Any manufacturer has growing pains. They have to handle their the influx in demand, as well as, let me verify it's on. It's fucking on. Come on now. There we go. I heard it click. That's it, right? What's going on here? There's this custom. Reset this guy back in. Reboot the access port. Try again. I don't hear the fuel pumps. Huh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Do we have an ECU problem? Did you unplug anything under there, Eeyore?
Oh, I said I just had an issue with the coil pack.
Did you, hey, is there anything unplugged under there?
What?
Is there anything unplugged under there?
Where?
Under the hood.
No, why?
I'm not getting any communication with the ECU right now. Oops, not that.
That's weird.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not getting any communication issues. Or I'm not getting any communication. It says verify the ECU is on. And it's definitely on. And I'm not hearing the fuel pumps prime either.
That's so weird. Did I mess up wires on the coil pack? Put them upside down.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know what's going
What?
on. I said, I don't know the answer to that.
No, they would not click in the other way. Nothing?
Nothing.
Hold on, just a second. Did it use not? coil pack unplugged.
Check the fuse. Check the ECM fuse under the hood there. Uh-oh. One of the gotta hit the like button. Let's make Dom be able to buy us on racetrack, right? That'd be awesome. The EFI fuses. One says EFI B and EFI. Right here. One says EFI plus G or whatever.
ATR, yeah, this one?
That one. EGI, that's the one, yeah. Check that one. This is weird. I said fail in spectacular fashion and ECU bricking itself? That seems weird. I wasn't even in a flash.
Will it not start? I got what? Will it start?
I don't think so. There's no fuel pump. Yeah, there's no fuel pump. There's no starter either.
What?
There's no starter either. Yeah, no starter, no fuel pump, nothing. I should retile the video. 459 to 0 in 2 poles. Okay, I can put the phone down and see if I can figure out what's going on with this fucking the ECU on this thing. Here's the Polar.
There's 250 amp fuses.
You see them under there? There's 2 or 3 of them in there.
Okay. There's a whole bunch under the there's a whole bunch in there too, right?
On the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if any of them are ECU ones though. Those 2 are both ECU ones. Those are fine?
Yeah. Say what they're for. IG2, that might be CU.
Okay, which one?
Number 10 right here.
Top right.
Flashlight.
Yeah, I can see it.
I got a coil pack and plug though right now.
Okay.
So when you start applying this one.
It's hard to reach.
Take the whole thing out. One screw.
What?
Take the whole panel out.
What are you talking about?
The whole thing, this up.
Oh.
You don't know this?
Doesn't look blown.
What?
It doesn't look blown. Is there another one in there?
Well, there's a whole bunch. There's a 290G and then there's a DOP plus B 7.5. Underneath to the left, one. MIR, unit plus B. There's a whole bunch of these there.
Okay. This one right here?
Yeah, this and this. Not MIR.
This one.
Let me check every single one of them.
You should check them all?
What?
You should check them all?
Yeah.
Alright. Here's the sled if you want it.
Okay, leave it.
If that helps. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what happened because I was never in a flash. Usually, like, if the ECU crashes, it crashes during a flash, but there was no flash happening. I went to do a flash, but before I did the flash, I noticed that the gas tank light was flashing, and the check engine light was on. Like, that's kind of weird. Like,
Is the ground good on the engine right there? Enough, it did not break? I think it's by the ABCS somewhere. On the other side.
so if it were to like crash during like, let's say a flash, what is it supposed to just pop a fuse?
No.
No, what'll happen is it loses communication, and if the contact's going to say, oh, that flash is weak, and uninstall itself, and then reinstall it. Okay. But none of that's an option. Yeah. And there's no fuel pump running, and no starter effect. So. Weird. Yeah.
Okay, let's just get the battery and connect it back. I don't know. Everything looks good.
All be good?
Yeah, disconnect the battery.
Yeah, it's good.
Stop lamp, backup, washer, glow.
I'm reconnected now.
Okay. Where are the keys? Right there. Blow up ECU. Time for a standalone.
Say what?
Blow up ECU. Time for standalone.
Right. I have a harness coming. I have 3 harnesses coming. I have 3 harnesses coming and 2 Introns. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's go lock. Unlock. Okay. Okay. This is in. Nada. I have never, ever had a spontaneous ECU failure before. That is so bizarre. Now this car had issues with the ECU before. He had issues with some coil pack stuff, and he keeps getting this weird spot where like it loses crank sync at 2,000 RPM. It's been that way on 3 motors. Like as it passes through 2,000, he goes, ugh, like every time. And so I've always wondered if it was the ECU, because like there's been 3 different engines it's done it on.
Huh.
2 different injector setups, 3 different injector setups, like all kinds of stuff. And always had this weird thing in 2K where it just goes, ugh.
So there might be a good possibility that the ECU just decided to fully kaput.
It's possible. I've never seen it before. Have you guys ever seen this super ECU spontaneously fail? Like not during a flash or anything? I've seen it during flashes all the time. Like that happens all the time, but I unlocked it maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, right? No, there's no starter. I mean, the check engine light comes in. I hear it click with the starter though.
Do we have an ECU we can plug in real quick and see if it turns on?
No,
No.
no, because it's not married to the immobilizer anyway. So
What?
or it's not married to the immobilizer anyways.
But it will still come on, right? Still come on and stuff or not?
I don't know the answer to that. Maybe. The only thing we have here is a 15. Oh, and that white one over there. There's that white one over there. Maybe that one. I hear it click though.
You want me to turn the fans off, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, so I can hear a little better. What's that for?
Ethanol.
Correct. Yeah, it won't work as no laser, but it might give me a fuel pump prime or something.
Brought a Forester in for trans noise.
Oh. You said a Forester in for trans noise?
Yeah.
And what's the noise?
It's like a constant, like a.
Yeah, I would say.
I was, we were thinking center diff, but then I drained the fluid and I'm like, oh, no, it's still trans.
Yeah. I mean, that's a gear tooth.
Yep.
I don't know which gear. It does in all gears?
Yeah, it does it just moving.
Well, all the gears are in synchro mesh, so like if one's chipped, you'll always hear it. But the one that you're in that's chipped and you're on and off the throttle will be the loudest.
I bet it's second gear.
It's second the loudest?
I bet, I haven't driven it that far.
Oh.
I guess I did drive it once, second gear was pretty loud.
So I hear a starter for the... I hear one relay clicking as I turn the key to on, but you see fuel pump says, or fuel level says 0, and then I have a flashing SI drive mode, which usually means,
ECU's not connected.
yeah, but check engine light's on, which is kind of backwards too.
No, that's what it does. When you have an engine harness unplugged, ground unplugged, it does that.
You want to unplug your big one, see if there's any melted wires by your big one?
There's no plug anymore.
There's no plug anymore? What you do, just hardwire them or something? Oh. Want to jiggle that harness right there? No, battery's up front. Nada. Oh, let's see if the access port powers up without being plugged. Oh, it does. Yeah, no computer plugged in. Okay. That means that bus has power. That was a lot of metal. That's a lot of metal. Yeah, that thing is messed up.
You did not leave with the ignition on, right?
When?
When you left the car? Or
Yeah,
you
it was on.
It was on?
Mm-hmm.
So when I did the coil pack plug, I might have shorted 2 wires and blew it up?
I mean, that's possible. Did you rub them together or something?
I did not. I tried to keep it on fire, but who knows? It has ground and 12 volts.
It was on while you took it off, but then I turned it off while you were changing the plug out.
Okay, then it was off. What happened to it? What the heck?
But even then, like if you did short out the coil packs to the ground, it would pop a fuse. Those are fuse protected. Those don't even go through the ECU. The coil pack power is from the main relay to a fuse. Oh, I got a wiring diagram. I can pull it up. Let me just look real quick.
Wouldn't you just continue to have a misfire?
Oh, check the big ones.
Which ones?
All the big ones. The big SB huge fuses. I didn't look at those. That's probably what it is. Those big guys power up the whole buses, and the ignition is one of them. So the big ones pop.
Grab it from the door, inside the door of the cooler.
Oh. Nope.
Yeah.
Over here. Unplug this. Is there a wire that
No, nothing would cause that. You can have everything unplugged. As long as ground is plugged in, ECU will come on. You have all the stuff unplugged. And as long as you have ground, ECU will run. You're supposed to have power there always? Okay.
We'll get Tanner to get in and
was thinking we were gonna put it on quickly, then done. Yeah, and go home. Well, we do, man. Well, let's see what happens with the drinking stuff. My fault for sure.
It's on. Yeah.
Hey, Dom.
Yeah.
Would my ViPec work in here?
Does that make me a good deal?
Okay, is it still on?
Yeah. Do you want to back off?
Food's here. And for
Horn? Horn?
lights on? One more? Are you on?
Yeah. The headlights are. Still want the lights on?
Alright, so we have a full wiring diagram. First.
Can we trust my phone?
Yeah.
Am I still here? I don't think. Oh wow, 17 people. You guys are faithful. I appreciate it. So we have no power at the coil packs. So that means I got to pull out the. No, AP does not connect. It says that there's no power to the car. So there's no power to the coils. So I'm going to pull out the wiring diagram and see the exact path that they get power and backtrace to see where they're getting the power from. But in between that time, I'm eating some food. So I apologize that this is pretty uneventful other than a spectacular failure of one sort, not the kind that we had hoped. But that is what it is. So I'm going to turn the stream off. I am going to eat some lunch and then I am going to start tackling this again and see if we can figure out where the hell the power's at. It just went away on us, so apparently we blew a fuse or something, but none of the fuses that we've checked. Thanks, dude, I appreciate it. Yeah, none of the fuses we checked are bad, so I'm just gonna trace the whole circuit back and see what we figure out. So thanks for sticking around. Sorry about that, but I will restream once we get this figured out, and hopefully make some big power on this car today. I don't know, I didn't check injectors, I just checked coil packs. Coil packs are 0.